Ahoy there, it's Captain Katie here, and welcome back to the Savvy Squid. Today we're going to be opening up the November Paletteful Packs box, and we're also going to be opening up the December Paletteful Packs box. We're going to open this up, get through it kind of quick because we're doing 2 boxes in one, swatch them, and then we'll do some art. So let's go. Ooh, okay, so I feel like I haven't gotten an acrylic box from Paletteful Packs in such a long time. So the first thing, I do know this is like a little holiday bonus. And funny story, I actually already have one. So this must be like maybe from the stores that they had from a few years ago. But this is a Paletteful Packs little pencil pouch, and it's super cute. It's like felt, and it's got a nice little leather, maybe fake leather, I don't know, little zipper, and it's really nice and cute. And now I have 2. Alright, so we've got, this looks like the main event, so we've got a set of Amsterdam acrylics, set of 6, 20 mils, and we've got just kind of like your basic primary set. We then have a Posca pen right here, and it is in violet. There's also the PC1M, so it is just like a 1mm bullet. Hey, we got a sticker! This one is their 5th anniversary. Oh shoot, that's what the occasion is. That's really cute. We then have an artist's palette knife. I can always use more of these, so I'm not upset about that. Oh, this was the replacement from last month. So we've got a Winsor & Newton 0.5 fine liner, and this one is in like a cool gray color. Oh my gosh, we have so many surfaces, it feels like. So we first got 3 canvas textured boards by Crescent. These are 8 by 10, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell, it probably can't, but yeah, these have a nice little texture. And then, oh my god, there's more stuff. There's a paintbrush in here. This is a Robert Simmons number 8 sapphire brush, and it is a filbert, which is one of my favorite kinds of brushes. I think this is the last thing. So this is just an Art Alternatives classic cotton canvas. It's got probably about a 3/4 of an inch edge. Oh, it does. It says it on the back. Oh, and it says it right there. So anyway, yeah, it's just a nice little canvas. Onto the December Paletteful Packs box. I will mention this is my last Paletteful Packs Premier box. After this month, I'm going to be downgrading to the Petite box, just because it fits better in my budget. And honestly, I have a lot of art supplies, and I find Paletteful Packs has been loading me up with surfaces, and while I'm not upset about that, I'm not going through them very fast. Anyway, let's go ahead and open up the December Paletteful Packs box and find out what it holds for us. Look at these festive wormies. I've been repurposing these lately into my shop boxes. I've been getting some like bigger box orders, so it's been nice to repurpose these. Let's go ahead and pull out what I assume and know to be Copic markers. I love and hate getting Copics in a box because most of the time I have them. So we've got G17, which is a duplicate. We have R08, which I know to be a duplicate. However, I have this in the original marker, so I'm actually very happy to have this one. B29. Hey, I don't have this one. E09. I don't think I have this one either. And V09, which I know for a fact I do have. However, these 2 duplicates I have in both Chow, so I think I might just go ahead and replace them. The only difference is the amount of ink that they hold. 3 of them are dupes, but they're all ones I'm going to replace out of my own collection, so you know what, I'm not even mad about it. Let's see what else we have. Okay, we have more alcohol markers. Alright, we've got a, what are these? Oh, these are the Marabou sketch markers. So these have a bullet tip on one side and a chisel on the other. And I didn't mention this, but sketch markers have a brush tip on one end and a chisel on the other. So this one is in like a light gray color. We've got a black, a warmer gray color, and then a yellow. We also have another Winsor & Newton fine liner. This one is in 01. We've got a sticker. I believe I already have this sticker. If I'm not mistaken, they sent this one last year as well. I'm not upset about it though. I mean, look how cute this little cat is. Okay, and digging through the worms, I believe the only thing left is this humongous pad of paper. 75 sheets of 100% cellulose paper. It is 8.3 by 11.7, which is A4 sized. And you know what? I'm hoping it's thick. I hate thin marker paper. But you know, I'm not. Okay, so it is 75 GSM, which means she's thin. So I won't lie, I will probably only use it for swatches. The final illustrations will not be on this paper. I do not like thin marker paper. Not a big fan. I will probably, actually, you know what? I may not even open it at all and just go ahead and donate it or rehome it or whatever. I just feel bad, but you know what? It's okay to not like things, and I don't like thin paper. So I'm just gonna go ahead and rehome this, and we'll do our swatches on some other paper. Speaking of swatches, now let's go ahead and swatch out both of these boxes. So we're starting out with the November box. And this is a Posca pen. It's a 1mm in violet. Because of the texture, I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of makes it splatter out a little bit because this pen has like a plastic nib. I don't know. I don't have very good luck with these on textured surfaces. Alright, then we have the Winsor & Newton put fine liner. Oh my god, that is the second time I have made fine liner with a T. Alright, anyway. This is in 05. And then we've got all of these acrylics here. And I'm just gonna kind of like... Oh, that was a big bloop. Oh no. Alright, well we're just gonna take some water and just kind of bloop it. Anyway, that was primary yellow. This one is pyrrole red. Then we've got ultramarine. This one isn't very strong. Got a little permanent green deep. And lastly, we've got a black oxide. Also, you may notice I'm actually using the canvas board that was included. So that's, you know, not normal. These are fun. I don't use acrylics a lot. I don't think these are super like high quality or anything, but I think they'll be fun. All right, and then we have white. I forgot about white. Let's just take some of this black, mix it with the white because, you know, gotta prove there's white, I guess. I don't know, heck. Anyway, we've got a gray. Now we're on to the December box swatches. So I haven't swatched on this paper in quite some time, at least not on camera, but this is my B Paper Company Deluxe Mixed Media paper. It's actually a paper I got in a Paletteful Packs box a long time ago, and I use this for a lot of my swatches because I really like this paper. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch these out. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the Winsor & Newton. Let me zoom in a little bit. So we've got a Winsor & Newton liner in 01. Then we'll do the Marabou. So we've got, oh well, I've already committed. Marabou markers. We've got them in 985. 992, 974, and 919. Then we also have Copic markers in G17, V09. I actually love V09. It is a great dark purple, and you would see that if I was in frame. Then we've got R08. I'm actually really happy about having B29 because it's a color that's been on my wish list, but I haven't actually gotten it because I hardly use Copics anymore. And then we've got E08, E09. Why is that a G? E09. These are some oddly festive colors. From what I understand, everybody got like different varieties of these colors. These are some really festive colors. So I am very excited about that. So here are all of the little swatches in the paper that I like. And yeah, time to go do some art. And these are also going to be originals for Patreon. Anybody who pledges to my highest tier, which is the Colossal Squid, will be getting one of these. So yay, let's go make some art. It's time for the art, and like I just mentioned on the screen, this is going to be the Christmas card for the month of December. So every December I like to send out a little Christmas card to every physical tier patron. So this is actually going to be the art that is on all the Christmas cards, and I think it's going to be really, really fun because I kind of designed her dress to be a little bit like a Christmas tree. And yeah, like I said, these colors were really festive. Now, I will tell you, I didn't use every single thing in the set of art supplies. There were a lot of different art supplies, and I don't think they would all work together. Acrylics and alcohol markers, in my opinion, I just don't like them together, so I didn't use them all together. I did try to use as much as I physically could, and I think I used everything at least once in some variation, but I didn't use every single art supply. And that brings me to actually talking about how I felt about the box. So the November box, the one with the acrylics, you know, I didn't care for the acrylics. I thought they were pretty cheap. They didn't have a lot of covering power. Even that white was just really lackluster. Now, I feel like if you're wanting to practice, or if you just want like a really cheap acrylic, like that's fine. But in my personal opinion, I just don't care for them. I like something that's thick and buttery and isn't super like transparent. Now, don't get me wrong, some of those colors were just transparent to begin with, but I don't know. I didn't like them. I thought they were a little too watery for how I like to paint. So there's that. The rest of the supplies that came in the box were nice. They were just kind of like your basic art supplies, really. I didn't use the palette knife or the paintbrush in this at all. I ended up using my own paintbrush just because I didn't feel like going and getting a water bucket because I was just too darn lazy. I say a water bucket, a bucket full of water. Now for the December box, I really like the December box. I like Copic markers, and this kind of rekindled my love for them. I actually really miss them. So you might see some Copic marker art. Now I will say I didn't care for the Marabou markers. I typically don't like markers without a brush tip. So they were fine for what they were, you know, just a regular alcohol marker, but they're not my like go-to or anything. And they were just kind of, you know, basic colors. We've got a couple of grays, a black, and a yellow. I used the yellow in this piece, and it was well needed for this piece for sure, because of all the other colors that were sent in the Copics. They were all just kind of like very mid-tone. Like there was nothing super light or super dark. They were all just kind of mid-tone, and I feel like that yellow was just kind of needed to pull this piece together a little bit. So, you know, I did a really big flat layer of color just on this entire character. I did a little shading at the end, but it wasn't anything too crazy. I just went over with the same exact marker color to add a little bit more depth to it. But I didn't want to, I don't know, I didn't want to go crazy with the shading in this piece because I thought the simplicity was nice. Alright, now time to talk some other things that aren't the art, because right now I'm pretty sure the video is pretty self-explanatory. Actually, it usually is pretty self-explanatory. So if you don't know, I have a store, and there's a bunch of Christmassy things in there right now. And if you want to head on over there and check it out, you can use the code MarySquidmiss. It'll be on the screen, to get 15% off your entire order, and that excludes apparel. And you may be wondering, Katie, why does that exclude apparel? Well, that is because I am finally doing something with apparel, and I have got a printful shop. So they outsource, like they make everything and then they'll ship it to you, and I thought that was really cool. So I've got some fun designs on there, a couple of shirts and a couple of blankets of art that I really liked that I've done in the past. So yeah, if you want to check out any of that, then there will be a link. I think there will be a link on the screen. If there's not one on the screen, there will be one in my description, and that is at thesavvysquid.inc if you wanted to know. I don't know. It's also featured on my Etsy as well if you like to purchase on Etsy. Some people have their buying preferences, and that's totally fine. So yeah. Another thing, I mentioned it before, but I have a Patreon, and that's if you want to get this art as a Christmas card with a little custom little note from me inside of it. You can sign up at any point during the month of December, and you'll get that. It may not get to you till like January, but it's fine. It's fine. I think that's all for the self-promo that I've got, so I guess we can go back to talking about the art. So instead of using my typical white gel pen, I used the white to add some like highlights and shine, except for on her face, I did use gel pen because I needed a really fine line. Now, one thing I thought I ruined the art piece, and I'm about to do it right now. So I mixed the red and the blue, which was kind of a bit of a mistake because it was a pyrrole red with an ultramarine blue, which is an orange-based red with a warm blue, and it doesn't make the best purple, but I worked with it. And I was like, oh, I'm going to put this in the background and make it kind of watercolory. And it ended up really gloopy. And I thought I ruined the piece. I was like, I ruined this. So I kept going with it, thankfully. And it actually doesn't look too bad. It's not my favorite thing, but I don't think it looks too bad. I added a little bit of white texture after this kind of had dried a little bit. So I think it turned out okay. I do really like this piece. I think she's cute, and I think she'll make a really fun Christmas card. So to all of you patrons, I hope that you are excited to receive her. Oh, speaking of Patreon, I don't think I mentioned it yet, but this month's theme is air zodiac signs. So I'm going to be illustrating Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius for this month. And then the next 3 months after, we'll be doing the different zodiac signs. So if you don't want to miss out on zodiac art, go sign up to my Patreon. There'll be a link in the description. And if I can, I'll get a link on the screen. Sometimes YouTube's really weird about links on the screen. You have to be like a partner, and I'm not a partner because I'm just a little baby. So anyway, yeah, and anyway, this video is basically over, so I want to thank you all so incredibly much for watching. Y'all are awesome, and I just appreciate any and all support that you give me. It makes my day. It means the world to me. I hope you all stay safe on the seas out there, and until next time, toodaloo!